Hello.
Hey Ray, what's up? It's Marvin.
Marvin, what's going on, man?
What's good, everyone? It's MJO23Dan back with another video. So, you remember when I talked to minutemaidpapi about the Airship reconstruction? So this was it. If you guys want to see this video, go ahead and click the card up above and you can check out all the details about this sneaker that I reviewed. I've also gotten commentary off minutemaidpapi, aka Ray, for his wonderful achievement of recreating the Nike Airship, which we have not yet been able to see a retro from Jordan Brand or Nike to this point. Now, there have been rumors about the Air Jordan 1 coming back in OG high cut form. And to me, I'm pretty excited about that. I want to see if Jordan Brand can replicate the OG, which is what this is from 1985. And we're getting a higher cut Air Jordan 1 on Black Friday, supposedly. I've also heard rumors about there being React cushioning in the sole, which, if you're going to showcase React cushioning in an Air Jordan, a signature Air Jordan, I don't think it should start with the retro. I think it should start with the flagship model, that being the Air Jordan 34. So I don't have any news about what the Air Jordan 34 would look like or what it would have, what type of technology is in it. But if I'm going to showcase Nike's best cushioning system today, which is pretty much, I guess, React cushioning, I would start with the flagship model, the Air Jordan. But I guess on the flip side, if you're going to talk about one of the most iconic sneakers of the era, of the whole line, it would be the Air Jordan 1. So it'd be pretty interesting to see if the rumors are true that these are coming back, and if it does have React cushioning, whether it do great. Now, from my personal take, this is going to be pretty much one of the first times that people are going to be getting OG cuts on an Air Jordan 1. So what they mean by that is you have the straight back, in which I've always talked about in all of my reviews whenever we're talking about an OG Air Jordan 1. You got the bigger toe here as compared to the 2016, which was the last Air Jordan 1 to be recreated in the black red or the bread colorway, band colorway. There's a lot of nicknames for the shoe, but I talk about that on my Instagram as well, so you can go ahead and check that out there. But yeah, this is the 2016, and when we're talking about OG cuts compared to the OG, which I'll also have a card linked up here if you guys want to see that comparison, is you'll see the straight back of the OG Air Jordan 1 as compared to the 2016, where it's got this curve going up towards the Achilles. So whether people are clamoring for OG cuts and OG height and all that stuff, pretty interesting to see like what everyone's take would be in regards to that cut, because although the 85 Air Jordan 1 is old and the Air unit is probably shattered to bits, wearing this long term, I always felt it was a bit uncomfortable, possibly because of that OG high cut. If you guys have ever owned an OG one, sound off in the comments below. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on it, and whether or not it is a good idea to bring back the OG Air Jordan 1 high cut. Again, like I said, it'd be interesting to see how close they can get it, what type of materials would be involved, and see how good, I guess, Jordan Brand can do all this. But besides all that, we're going to be revisiting the Airship. So in thinking about that release, the Air Jordan 1, the OG Air Jordan 1, you think about the Airship and whether that shoe sets this up, right? So again, you guys know about my passion for having Jordan Brand and Nike retro this shoe. It's never been done. It's never seen the light of day, really, in regards to the story, the band story. Again, this is the shoe that Michael Jordan wore in the NBA preseason of 1984. So there have never really been talks from the brand side about this shoe actually being the actual band. So it'd be interesting to see whether the Air Jordan 1 from Black Friday, supposedly later this year, sets this up, and whether or not we get an Airship. In my opinion, I want to believe that, and I'm like crossing my fingers, hoping it'll happen. But I mean, we never know. So anyways, the reason why I bring up Minute Maid Papi again is because he actually sent me 2 other pairs. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, I did tease a little bit of the Airship, and these are it. So version 2 is a little bit of a lower cut on the original that he sent me. So you'll notice that the first version that he sent me is actually sample 2 of what he was working on with the Airship, and it's got a taller upper as compared to V2, or the version 2 that I have. This is actually different. It kind of brings together the Air Jordan 1 and the Airship, and it has a not so much fatter swoosh on there. And I'm actually gonna be getting on the phone with Minute Maid Papi in a bit here, so we can go over the design details of what he thought about it when he was recreating this shoe. But it is a, I guess, fusion of the Air Jordan 1. So it made me bring back the 2011 Air Jordan 1, the band, the actual, dubbed the band Air Jordan 1, that released in the outlets in 2011. When you look at all the creations that Ray has, sent to me, all of the materials, the leather quality, the way it feels, like how plush it is closely a resemblance to the 2011. So just think about the materials. If you do own the 2011, just think about the materials that you got on this particular sneaker, and think about the possibilities that Jordan Brand has when recreating an OG cut style Air Jordan 1, and whether or not they would be using the same type of materials that we saw in 2011. But I think with Ray's recreation here, it's elevated it 10 times. So if you look at the material of the leather, it's soft, it's plush. He used that lambskin on the inside collar, and we'll also go over how to order any of this stuff that he is recreating on his website, and again, we'll chime in with that. But he did reduce the fatness of the swoosh, so he did an excellent job there. So it closely resembles the Air Jordan 1 in its true form. He also made this style bigger right here, as you notice on the the regular Air Jordan 1. It's got a smaller window of that leather piece where this wing attachment comes into play. And again, everything is leather, so he made that a little bit exaggerated there. He also went with leather laces with the with gold tips. So all of this is all custom, and he reconstructed all of this from, well, we'll find out when we jump on the phone with him. And he also threw the Band X on the back. So if you notice on the 2011, it's got that inspiration as well, but it's not truly the same. So this is more of a storytelling piece. You got the X's on the inside, and then the great leather and all of that. And I think Jordan Brand was trying to do something great with this, but for some odd reason, being the date on the inside was wrong, was the reason why it went to the outlets to begin with. So that's my theory with the 2011s, and you guys can watch my video on this as well. But yeah, this is version 2, so it's a fusion between the original Air Jordan 1 and the Airship. Now the third version that he has is actually a version of the original that he sent me, but one that is just a better height. So I know a lot of people were clamoring about the height of the shoe, and whether it and how it looks like a wrestling shoe, and you can go to WWE and win the WWE championship with this. But hey, you probably could if you wanted to, but if you try really hard. But yeah, the cut is a little bit lower, so it's more manageable. It would probably be easier to throw on feet. The swoosh is also it's regular style swoosh. It's not that fat swoosh, although I do love the fat swoosh on there, but it's that regular Air Jordan 1 swoosh on there. He also, with the little details, and I'll probably give you guys a close-up sometime is he threw in the holes on the side here, which mimics pretty much like some of the pictures that we've seen with an original Airship. And he also threw the line that goes right through the swoosh. So I'll have to look through pictures and see if that's true, but that's something that he added there. I'll go ahead and ask him about that as well. And but everything else, like, well, there's the vamp of the shoe. You can see like the difference between that stitch part of the version 3 that he sent me and version 1 that he sent me. So those are different. But as far as like, you know, the toes, the way it looks overall, the flaps on the bottom part of the laces there, it's the same as that. He just tied it up in there, but I believe he changed the height of that where it doesn't dip so low, and I'll ask him about that as well. But you know, this version 3 looks pretty good, and you know, it's got like the same lambskin interior. I think last time I had noted that there wasn't really any padding on the heel portion of the shoe, whereas you get it on like an original Air Jordan 1 or you know, on the regular Air Jordan 1s that you get in stores. But that collar is pretty thick, so the comfort there is going to be really nice. Again, with the all leather upper, it's premium materials. So if you guys do end up ordering with minutemaidpapi, it's one of the best shoes that you guys will probably be receiving, and you know, a tribute to the Airship, if and whenever, or you know, however they release the Air Jordan or the Airship in the future. So again, I'm crossing my fingers, hoping that'll happen. If the original cut is actually going to set up the Airship, which I hope it does, because it'd be a great story to tell. And you know, it's one of those things where I feel like I've contributed in some way to be able to tell that story, starting off with like the Jordan ever wear the Airship or the black and red Airship in an NBA game. So you guys can look through my videos, search Airship MJO23Dan on Google, and you can see like all the work that I've put in with sharing that story. But anyways, I'm gonna jump on the phone with Ray, aka minutemaidpapi, and we'll go over V1, V2, and V3 of the sneakers that he's sent me and recreated. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be including that in this video. I know it's running pretty long already, but I'll do that. I guess I'll do that in a second video, and we'll go ahead and go over the details of, you know, what he was thinking when recreating all these versions, and whether or not we're going to be getting like an exact replica of what we all think the Airship is. Again, it's MJO23Dan. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for your support. Make sure you subscribe to all my videos. You can do so on youtube.com/MJO23Dan. Hit the subscribe button, the bell if you want to get notified with any content that I create. Also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I've been pretty active on Instagram, so even though I haven't been making movies or videos here on YouTube for you guys on a regular basis, I am on Instagram creating content, you know, to share with everyone. So again, that's about it. Thank you guys again. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.